Previously on Survivor LU, Dawson won his second straight immunity, and an idol clue was dropped mid-challenge.
I just read this really cool Bible passage. It's called Genesis 11:4.
A frantic idol hunt transpired, with Luke increasing his threat level by showing a fake idol.
Woohoo! Immunity!
Nate and I are like, screw it. We know it's not real.
Someone on your side told us that you made a fake idol.
They didn't buy it.
Ben, Nicole, and Nate all conspired to insulate themselves by creating a 5-person alliance.
But I feel like if we're smart about it, we can get rid of all 4 of those people and keep the 5 of us safe.
While MJ, Dawson, Luke, and Nathan formed a freshman alliance. In the end, though torn, Luke and Nathan went against MJ, leading to her exit, and leaving Dawson as the odd man out. 8 are left, who will be voted out next.
So tonight could not have gone any better for me. So I talked to Ben and Liz and Nathan before the vote, and I told them that me and Nicole were gonna vote MJ. And I don't know what happened. I heard my name was out there all week, but everyone else voted for MJ too, which is great because I don't know if they're working with me now or if they were already planning on voting MJ, but it works for me because I fought. I still got votes, but I'm still in this game. I have a renewed faith in this game that I'm gonna win.
Yes! I'm so happy! It worked out. I was in on the vote. I wasn't voted out. I didn't have to use my idol. Yes! I love this! I feel like everything is working out in my favor.
Wow, I'm exhausted. I am absolutely worn out. That was just something else. Yesterday was not fun. Voting out MJ didn't feel good at all. Not only just having to blindside her like that really hurt, but also she's just an awesome person, someone that I really have enjoyed getting to know. She's just really awesome. There's no reason to vote her out. Someone like Nate, there's more of an inclination to vote him out. He's been going around spreading a lot of lies, and that's someone that I would be way more inclined to get out than NJ, but because I feel bad. I thought going into this game that I could be cutthroat and blindside people. I even said that at the very beginning, but that's not who I am as a person. I genuinely feel bad. It feels really good to get top 8. I'm really glad that everyone from our original alliance from day 1 is still in this, and we're on day 40 something now. Crazy how we're all still here. It's crazy how we haven't had. It was us 5 and them 7, and now it's us 5 and them 3. That's how many people have voted out on their tribe, if you think about it that way.
All right, Dawson, time to give us back the necklace. All right, it's back up for grabs, individual immunity.
Yeah, like that. All right, so for this challenge is called hanging out. What you'll be doing is you'll be hanging on the horizontal bars. Last one standing or last one hanging wins. Everyone else vulnerable to going out the next round of counts. All right, let's get it. All right. count down from 3. When I finish my countdown, you must be on the pole. Survivors ready. 3, 2, 1. Everyone is on. This challenge is a go. This is gonna take pure willpower, endurance. You're gonna have to want it to win this challenge. The person that wins this challenge will be well deserving of it. So far, everyone looking good. Trying to get comfortable, trying to find that place where you can not focus on the pain, but focus on doing the job you're here to do. Dawson repositioning a little bit, Nate repositioning a little bit. Got to find that perfect spot that's comfortable. Nathan already saying ow. Sand in the eyes, that's not good. Got to push through the pain. Nathan's not fun, not having fun. Ben, relaxing. Nathan is out of this competition. First one out, no chance at individual immunity. Nicole and Luke repositioning. Liz has been pretty still. Alexa pretty still. Everyone else trying to find that comfortable spot. This could go on a while. And Nathan out of this competition. Nate and Nathan, the first 2 out of this competition. Luke shaking out his hands, trying to get some circulation back into those arms. Yes, you can shake out your hands, shake out your legs. You just cannot touch the ground. If you touch the ground, you're out of this competition. 4 minutes into this competition. 6 remain. 6 people are left.
6 more minutes, I can do that.
Liz, out of this competition, no chance at individual immunity. 5 still left. This challenge just takes pure willpower. Let's see who has what it takes. Don't touch the ground. Nicole. Alexa, out of this competition, out of nowhere. Vulnerable at this next tribal council. Luke, Nicole, Ben, and Dawson still remain. Nicole out of this competition, leaving just Ben, Luke, and Dawson. Dawson going for that 3rd immunity in a row. Ben coming in 2nd place last week, wants to redeem himself. And Luke finishing in the top 3 of our first challenge, wants to prove himself here as well.
Literally can't feel my hands, but we do this puzzle. This year it's about a red truck in front of a Christmas tree. And I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to Derek, and he's listening because he's a good friend. But anyways, so it's a red truck in front of a Christmas tree. And there's a dog, there's also a dog.
Luke, out of this competition, falls, leaving Ben and Dawson.
And I've spent so much time talking about this puzzle. It's
You're
not
good,
even
Ben.
funny.
You're strong.
Ben getting some support from the bench.
Hey, Liz. Let's put a smile on our face. Anyways, so, then Friday night we're gonna play Just Dance because I love Just Dance. And on Just Dance because I'm such a good dancer. Speaking of dance, and then we're gonna go to Hacienda. Hacienda, fun fact, is only found in northern Indiana. Really good ranch. It has really good ranch, and I dip my chips in it.
Big immunity challenge.
You got it, Ben.
But anyway, so thanks, Liz. You're really encouraging, and I do like your haircut. So.
Dawson's shaking on his arms and his fingers, trying to get some feeling back in him.
Oh, I touched the ground with my hand.
Dawson touches the ground. Ben wins immunity. Safe from tribal council. Dawson shakes out his hand and touches the ground and loses.
All right, Ben, you did it.
Looks good on you, Ben.
Yeah, my glasses look like it's getting hot.
There you go. All right.
All right, you are safe from tribal council this week. The rest of you, good luck.
Already.
Ben, congrats, dude.
Woo!
Thank you. Whoop,
Killing
whoop.
it, man.
Happy that can finally rest easy for a week.
I turn this on. Let's see.
You deserve it.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Ben,
I was
you
just
feel that,
like,
dude.
I
I don't know how you
cannot
did
let
that,
Dawson win a third one. Again, this was like really down to the wire, and this was like my element as well. Like, cause like I've done a lot of indoor rock climbing and like gymnastics and just like hanging on stuff in general as a kid. So like I could do this for a very long time, but like he like beat me in the memory challenge. He like won the like over under ball throw and puzzle challenge.
But
right,
now
you did.
we still don't have enough to split votes.
No, we can't,
sadly we don't
But
have
I don't
enough
think
to
they'll all vote together. Like
We
I
can
don't
get, well,
think.
Nicole and Nate, I'm pretty sure
Well, yeah,
they're for MJ.
I'm pretty certain they would vote Dawson, honestly, because it's like they'll pretty much do anything to like stay in the game. So
Hey, top 8, let's go, guys.
yes, top 8, whoop whoop.
Well, hello, Survivor LU. Man, today went about as good as it could have, with MJ going home and then me winning immunity, which makes me really happy because I don't have to worry too much about going home next week. While I was confident in my alliance that I wouldn't be voted out next week, just that this right here, beautiful thing, gives me reassurance that I won't have to put faith in my alliance, but rather, you know, be safe because I won the challenge, which is really nice. And Dawson lost, which was also super hype. Because, again, he's a challenge beast. In an ideal world, Dawson goes home next week, and then Luke the week afterwards. And then Alexa goes home final 5. Nate goes home, then Nathan goes home in final 4. And then final 3 of me, Liz, and Nicole. And then I'm very confident I could beat both of them in a final 3 situation.
I'm happy that Dawson will be voted out this week.
Something else happened that was great. Dawson voted for me with MJ tonight. He broke up Chacho Macho Bros, me, him, and Nicole. So, bye Dawson. You are dead to me, and you are going to be the next one out. I think Dawson very likely will go on Monday, and at that point, it'll just be me and Nicole against the 5 of them. And they want Luke out, they want Alexa out. So let's make that happen. Let's get me to the final 5, where I can make some big moves, even bigger than I've already made. Remind people of the fact that I've received so many votes already, more than anyone else left in this game. And I'm gonna win this thing. Like, wow, I might actually win this thing. Like, I'm really back in this game. Now, for all I know, they could flip it on its head and get rid of me over Dawson, but I think that everyone's so concerned that Dawson will win again, so it'll probably be him next Monday. So I think I'll be able to relax a little bit more this week. And hopefully I'm on a trajectory now to win myself this game.
Currently look like a trash can. Ugh. And I feel like a trash can too. Oh my gosh. So, my little alliance that I had going on with MJ, Luke, and Nathan apparently doesn't exist. Oh my gosh. I'm a wreck. MJ, vote for Nate. Literally every other person in the game votes MJ out. And that leaves me on the very obvious outs. Like, and it's funny because the night before, Luke and Nathan kind of almost convinced me that I didn't have to like win tomorrow's challenge because like our alliance is like secure enough. Yeah, right. Also, my forehead looks so big right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I did not win the challenge. I'm an integrity person. An integrative? Is that an adjective? I have integrity, and I brushed the sand, and nobody saw me, but I knew in my heart that I touched the sand. Literally, I'm at a point where I will say whatever I want to whoever I want, and that's that. I am annoyed because I hate feeling like I'm trapped, and this is a trap. There's no way out of this. I really don't think someone has idol, so I'm like gonna look for that tomorrow. Maybe that could help me. That could probably help me.
But, you know, betraying Dawson's trust like that does not feel good because I have worked so hard to build that relationship up the past couple weeks. I've met with him, you know, once or twice a week. We've talked about working together in the future. And then just turn him like that, it's gotta hurt. He was the only one who had no idea what was going on. I mean, I'm really sorry about the last vote.
No, I get it.
I hope you understand why
Yeah.
we did it, dude, because if me and Nathan had voted Nate, it would be me, you, Nate, and MJ. Well, I guess MJ would have still been gone because it would have had 5 votes. I couldn't tell you anything. I felt so bad the whole time, and I am really sorry that it had to happen. But it just made more sense for like my gameplay to just vote MJ.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like literally a game, so.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed that he lied to me.
No, at first I was just like, and I know that like I'm literally on the bottom right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not denying it.
There's literally no chance of me working with him ever again.
Exactly.
I think you know that too.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this literally sucks. Like, because I was like actually willing to move forward with it, and then like that happened, and I was like,
yeah.
He is shady. He is stupid.
If there's any chance that I'm not going home, let me know.
Okay,
And
I'll let you know, dude. But
Okay.
for now, I can't promise you anything.
Yeah, I think so.
He is a rat, and I just want to exterminate that rat.
I'm sorry, dude, but
Solid.
oh, dude, this sucks. I know.
See, it's funny because I'm not even mad at Nathan. Freaking Luke. That's all I have to say about him.
So I can't talk too long, but basically I was looking on the Freedom Tower for Immunity Idol, was walking on one of the ledges, fell off, and hit my head, probably have a concussion, probably have a brain bleed, but no one was there, so I'm driving myself to the hospital. This happened, and I'm probably gonna die, I might not make it to the last episode of Survivor, so let's hope that I'm not dying. Follow up, just kidding, I'm doing this for a nursing assignment, but I wanted to scare people, so I did not fall off the Freedom Tower looking for a hidden immunity idol, but I hope you enjoyed.
No big deal. You're on camera with everyone here. Big vote Monday, guys. Yes, big vote.
Should be an easy vote.
Should be, yeah. Hopefully this could be a pretty simple one. So we have to complicate things too much. Oh no, I was saying, what if Nate, Nicole, and Dawson are working together?
Yeah, I really don't think they are.
It's two?
I think that's a risk we can take because I truly believe they would not work with him.
I don't
They
know.
blindsided MJ last week, and then they know Dawson's the biggest threat. Why on earth would they work with him?
Yeah, I don't really feel like we need to put 3 votes on Nate though, because again, like, I really don't think that Nicole and Nate are going to vote with Dawson. And like, even if Dawson does play an idol, if we put 1 vote on Nate, then it ties, and then we re-vote Nate, and then we would go.
But if they're 3 working together, then I'm
if they worked together, it would shoot every credibility they've even.
I know, but that's
I
not
understand where
how
you're coming
Nate.
from. I understand where you're coming from because
No, I
you think it's
because
gonna be
Nate's
your name.
chaotic.
I'm like
I know it's
100%
But it could be
sure
mine
it's
too. It could. Like I'm confident that they aren't gonna do that.
I feel like our best plan, while it's risky, is to put all 5 on Dawson. And if he does have an idol, like, it's gonna suck, but one of us will probably go home.
Yeah.
And at that point, like,
Well, that I'd go home.
Or me. Or me.
Probably.
no.
Well, he said.
It could actually be any of us.
That's
It could literally be any of us.
Who's that?
Nate told me him and Nicole are probably gonna vote Dawson, but I couldn't get a read with him.
They
so
said
I'm-
probably.
I don't know.
He's unreadable, but I think they know that Dawson's the biggest.
So my concern is if Dawson tells Nate and Nicole he is an idol, they would probably like jump on that and vote with
I don't
Cloud.
think they would though. I think they'd say that's more reason to flush it and get him out, right?
Yeah.
That's what my
Would we
mind
be tied
instantly jumps
again
to.
if one of us goes home?
No, we would still have a majority.
Yeah, we'll still have four.
It's
All right, so that's
pretty
easy
clear
enough.
cut.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully it works.
I can't imagine a ton going wrong.
Yep.
So
I don't see anything happening this crazy. And if it does, like, I'm pretty sure it's
same.
like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's
But the idea is that we plan on Nate and Nicole voting for Dawson, and then 3 of ours, which would likely be Ben, Nathan, and Liz, also vote Dawson. That's 5 for Dawson. Then Luke and I decide to vote for Nate, and just in case Dawson does play an idol, because then whoever Dawson votes for doesn't automatically go home. The issue with that is if Nicole and Nate don't vote for Dawson. So there's kind of a risk involved, but we'll see.
Okay, so a little bit frustrated. Just had a meeting with my alliance right now, and I had talked to a few people about potentially splitting the votes. So we would put 3 votes on Nate, and then Nate and Nicole said they vote Dawson, and so that'd be 4. And then like worst case scenario, they don't end up voting Dawson and Nate goes home. That makes the most sense to me personally because, okay, if it wasn't me that I knew Dawson was going for, then I would change things up a little bit, but it is frustrating, and I would be willing to do that if it was another person. But, you know, honestly, good for my alliance for not wanting to do that because they want to do everything they can to get Dawson out this week, which makes sense. And if I go home because of it, then, you know, it's not going to be too much of a threat for them because they're still going to have majority. So it is a little frustrating, though, because that means if Dawson plays an idol and Nate and Nicole vote for them, then that means that I'm vote for me too, then that means I'm going home. I'm done. I tried pushing back for my alliance. They're not willing to budge. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm a little nervous now because I know that I don't have that extra blanket of protection. And I've been playing this game super safe from the beginning. I have been doing everything I can with the Megan vote. I put Ben's name down just in case she played an idol. David vote. I put down Addie Grace's name in case she played an idol. Like literally every scenario possible or at least I've tried to make sure that every vote was not going to have an effect on me.
So this week we're planning on voting Dawson. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an idol, so I'm not too worried about the vote. Not too much thinking involved in this vote. It'll be really fast and easy, hopefully. I'm not worried. Honestly, I feel really confident to get to the end. As people know that the reason we got 5-5 at the merge was because of the idol that I found and gave to Nathan. I think the game's in the bag, so.
Dawson should be going home this week. He's obviously the biggest threat. 2 immunity challenge wins, super likable guy, connections with the jury. Like he would win. Because if Dawson had won that challenge, I think Luke would be going home this week, which would have really sucked. Because I want him to stay as long as possible. This week should be a very easy vote. I mean, I can't imagine a ton going wrong. But even if he plays the idol, I think we have enough votes to get Nate out. So like, it's kind of a win-win, I feel like, for me.
I just found an idol wrapped right here underneath the bench. Oh my gosh. I needed this so badly. I just found the idol. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm back in the dorm where nobody can see me. I have this little package which I found underneath the bench. Not for sure if it's an idol yet, but it's time to open it up and see. It's like Christmas come early. Holy dang, did they wrap this tight. Okay, and I'd literally been looking for an hour, only today. Like, I've looked for an idol, like, other times before, but today I literally just said, I'm desperate. I'm gonna look for an hour. And I literally picked up every rock on the side of the building or behind the building. Didn't find it. And so then I went looking underneath benches and I found it, and this is an idol. Okay. Now that I've got this thing, oh, praise be. This is so amazing. There's like these two little, oh my gosh. Congratulations, you found the hidden immunity idol. This idol can keep you safe from being voted out in tribal council. Oh my gosh, I needed this so much.
It would be like, I'll try to get everyone to vote Dawson, and then I'll tell Nicole and Nate to put their 2 votes on Luke, because then if Dawson plays an idol or someone plays an idol on Dawson, then what will happen is all those votes get negated, and then the 2 votes on Luke gets basically, well, they'll beat him and get voted out. Or what everyone else was planning on doing is what they wanted to do was to like put like maybe 1 vote on like Nate, because like as kind of like a failsafe between like they didn't want Luke to go home essentially, or at least like Luke obviously did, and everyone kind of like agreed to it. I don't know where I think Nathan and Liz like agreed with that. They'd rather like Nate go home over Luke if Dawson did play an idol.
But why?
Yeah, I know.
When are we getting Luke out?
Yeah, like that's the thing is like I would have honestly, if Dawson plays an idol, I'd rather like Luke go out like this upcoming tribal, since I think he's a bigger threat. Again, this isn't a week for me to be lazy, because again, like the game's still afoot, and like I don't like, again, like I like also want to be like upfront and like honest with you and whatnot, is like it does, like a lot of people are like nervous about you for like the same reason. Like I will definitely like, because I am very nervous about Luke and I do not want to sit on final 3 with him, quite frankly. I would definitely recommend that. I don't know if you do have an idol, but if you did, I would recommend playing it tonight, because, or like on Monday, because I do think that they would most likely end up putting a lot of votes on you.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 hours before tribal, my thoughts are, yes, I'm playing my idol, and yes, I'm telling Nate and Nicole about it so that I can vote somebody off. I heard that they're splitting the votes between me and Nate, just in case I play an idol, Nate would go home. But if I have Nate and Nicole's support, then whoever I choose, either Alexa or Luke is gonna go home. So Luke, just because it would feel so good to get revenge on him for lying to me and backstabbing. But moving forward, keeping him in the game could be beneficial, because people don't really like him and they would turn on him, whereas Alexa is kind of the glue that holds people together. So if I took the head of the snake off, then maybe people would be more willing to work with me. I don't know. So I haven't decided yet, and I haven't told anybody yet.
I knew it! Dawson just texted me that he has an idol. I knew it! I literally knew it. Oh gosh, I didn't even get to read the rest of the message, but tonight is going to be very much so interesting. And I'm freaking pumped. I don't even care if it's like worse for my game to have Dawson in. I'm living for this. It's gonna be so funny. But I still need to vote Dawson because, yeah. But I'm so excited.
I'm about to head back and meet with Nate right now. The reason why I'm doing this is because I need to make sure that there is nothing fishy that's gonna happen in travel tonight. Nate and Nicole, they said that they're gonna be voting Dawson. However, if they know that Dawson has an idol and Dawson tells them that he's putting my name down, they very likely might vote as a group of 3. And if they play an idol for Dawson, vote as a group of 3, then I'm done. I'm going home. So what I need to make sure happens, though, is that Nate and Nicole vote with us tonight, which would guarantee getting the final step. All right, so tribe council, 15 minutes. Just wanted to let you know before that there's been some changes in how the vote's gonna go tonight. And like, so the entire week it was gonna be 100% like Dawson. F7 Dawson. As of last night, Ben was suggesting that we start split the votes a little bit.
That's not what Ben told me.
We'll
see what happens tonight, dude.
He told me that Alexa told you guys to split the vote.
We'll see. Well, Ben said in the chat we should split the votes. It's saying that Ben had already told him about what's going on. I don't know what that's all about. I don't like that at all. Now I'm concerned that they know what's going on 100%, and I'm kind of freaking out. So we'll see what happens.
And now our jury. Alright guys, back again, Tribal Council. So there is only 8 people left. It's getting down where there's really nowhere to hide. Nathan, how do you continue to move forward in this game while keeping the target on your back small but still trying to make moves?
Oh man, that's a really good question because it's really hard to do. Yeah, because you got to keep all of those things in mind. If you put it too big of your target on your back, you're going to go out quick. People are going to think you're a threat. If you don't do anything, they'll just take you as a coattail rider to the end, and I know they can beat you. So balancing that so that you're not either of those is a really tough balance, but it has to be done if you actually want to win. If you just want to make the end, you can, do kind of whatever you want, I think. But if you want to actually win, you have to balance it all very well.
All right, so Nathan kind of set out criteria for how you need to win this game, but really the criteria to win this game is whatever anyone else thinks. Nate, what is the criteria for you to win this game?
I think you have to make a big move of some kind because there's a lot of people who are going to try to get to the game just by going along with whatever the tribe wants or just doing something that they think will be safe, and that's not going to win you the game. You have to do something to earn that win.
What about you, Nicole? What's criteria to win this game?
I think kind of the same thing, like a balance of, you can't just make it to the end without doing anything, so balance of social game and some move at some point, and then also just knowing what's going on for most of the votes. You can't just have no idea what's going on every single vote and then make it to the end and then people will vote for you, because then you just seem out of it.
Alright, Dawson, you have to state the obvious here. It's your first week without individual immunity. Are you feeling that tonight? Are you nervous? Do you think you needed that?
Yeah, I really do. But I know that statistically it's impossible to win every single challenge, and so I knew whether it was this week or 2 weeks from now, if I lost a challenge, I'm gonna be the big threat on the board. And so obviously I expect some people to vote for me. I did talk with some people, and I'm hoping that maybe that there's a chance. But I know that I don't know, and it's frustrating because I see that we talked about at the beginning when it was 10 people left in the game, 5-5, and everyone's thing was yeah, we don't want lame gameplay, we want to see people switch. But it's frustrating for me because I just see the original Gihan is just picking off, like they said that the Tigers would do, and so it's frustrating. I don't think that if I'm voted out right now, I don't think that anybody really deserves to win unless they make some big moves later on. Right now, everybody's just kind of playing their games, and it's not. No one, everybody's talking about, no one's making big moves. No one should be declared a winner, but I know there's gonna have to be one. But I'm just excited to see where it goes from here.
Alright, Luke, so you guys have been playing this game for a while now, and you've gotten to get to know these people on a personal level. How are actual friendships, just even outside of the game, affecting who you vote? Is it getting harder to vote for people because of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this Survivor is a lot different, especially for me, because I'm a freshman in college, and these are some of the first friends that I've made, just me at Liberty, and it's just, it hurts a little bit for people that you have to vote for, and it's hard to vote people out, but you have to think about, your own individual gameplay just kind of throughout, and that's kind of been every decision that I've had to make. You have to, you have to think with your mind in situations, and so, but it has been hard for me for a lot of votes and a lot of decisions that I've had to make, and talking to everyone else, it's been, I know they felt the same way.
So Liz, like Luke was saying, there's been a lot invested into this game. The further you get, the more time and energy you're going to put into it. How much is it going to sting if you're voted out in today or for the next few travels?
It would definitely be frustrating because I feel like we are kind of like in the home stretch, we're getting there. But I think as long as, you know, I mean, personally, like I want to keep moving forward, and if I keep doing what I think will get me in the end, I think I'm just gonna keep doing it and hope that the target, I don't become a target and I don't get votes, I guess.
So like there's this word that keeps coming up this tribal council and last tribal council, and it's lame. It was a big topic last tribal. It's been said this tribal about this lame gameplay that possibly some people of this tribe are playing. What do you have to say about that?
I think sometimes to outwit people, you make the clearest decision possible. And sometimes that may look like the lame gameplay, but it's not worth taking risks just to take the risk if it's going to sabotage you later in the game. And so while it may be lame in the moment, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not the smartest decision. And so you have to calculate that really carefully, because sometimes taking those risks is what gives you that resume to make that big move and help you win in the end. But at the same time, Gihan has been playing this game since the very beginning, and so some of us have those resumes already. So right now what makes sense is to stick to maybe the lame gameplay in the moment, because we know that more gameplay is later to come.
All right, Ben, you have the necklace around your neck. Obviously you are safe this week. What were your thoughts going through that challenge? You hung in there for almost 20 minutes, and that's hard.
Yeah, like going into like the challenge, like hanging like upside down on a horizontal beam, I'm like, oh, this is my element. But like Dawson, he was like fighting for that. Like I was honestly like in a lot of pain, like in like the 20-minute point when he accidentally like brushed his hand on like the ground and whatnot. But like I have like the utmost respect for like his grit and like will to keep going and whatnot.
Nate, how do you work through paranoia to make sure of something in this game?
I don't think you can be sure of anything because there's so many moving parts and like everyone has their own mission as to how they're going to complete this game. And yeah, like even today, like this whole week, like I don't know if anyone's talked very much because I haven't been talking too much, but like while I was in class, like my phone was blowing up with all kinds of people being like, hey, this is happening now, and this is happening now. And it's like, I don't know what to believe anymore because it's like so many conflicting things, and it's like you just have to go with your gut.
You guys have like a whole week to prepare, and still so much can happen so quickly. What does it take for you, the time that you have to put in, what does it take to find clarity?
Well, part of it is waiting the whole week because there's stuff that develops all the time. I mean, it's crazy how much time we have and how things change just kind of throughout the span of a week. This has happened for, I think, every single vote that's gone down for our tribal council, and I'm sure Tyrus' tribal councils as well. But it takes just a lot of time and a lot of work with the people that you've been working with to build that clarity, to build that sense of trust, and to build, I guess, whatever, likeness for everybody to vote.
So then Luke says trust in his statement that's really important in this game. What does trust mean to you in this game?
Yes, trust for me means that knowing that, or like having the hope that the person you're placing your faith in isn't just going to go behind the back and like screw you over later on. Because like, of course, like at the end of the day, only 3 people can make it to the end, and that may be a case where I do eventually get betrayed by people I've put trust in, but it's just that hope that those alliances that you build are genuine and that people like legitimately mean what they say.
Well, the only way you can really find out if you can trust someone is with the votes. We'll see to it.
Dawson, I'm sorry because I think you're amazing and I think you would definitely win this game. That's why I'm voting for you, because I think you could actually win immunity for the next couple challenges. I really hope I'm on the right side of this vote because I'm getting some sketchy vibes.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
I have a really bad feeling about this vote.
Either the
vote goes through and Dawson goes home, or I have positioned it in a way that if Dawson does play an idol, that would be 3 going towards most likely Luke, which would be also someone who is on my personal hit list.
If anyone has a hidden immunity, I don't like to play it now because I do so.
I would like to play my hidden immunity idol. Please, for myself.
So, this is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Dawson will not count. I'll read the votes. First up, Dawson does not count. Second vote, Dawson does not count. Dawson does not count. 3 votes Dawson, none of them counting. Nate. Nate. It's 2 votes Nate. Luke. Luke. That's 2 votes Nate, 2 votes Luke, 1 vote left. And voted out, the survivor LU Genesis, 3rd member of our jury, Luke.
Luke, your tribe's spoken.
Good luck, guys. It's been fun.
See you later.
Sucks. I knew this was gonna happen. I know people in my tribe are trying to get me off. I really think Ben and Liz had something up their sleeve and they just decided to make a big move. So good for them. I got outplayed. I know Nathan was shocked. I think Alexa was shocked. It hurts. I put a lot of time into this. This has honestly been my life the past 7 weeks, and I've had a blast with all those people. I've made some great friends in my life for life, and it hurts though, man. I'm terrible right now.
Next time on Survivor LU.
Who mistakenly believes they are in control of this game? Who would you least want to be stranded on a deserted island with?
The immunity challenge reveals everyone's true perceptions. With his closest ally sent home, Nathan pursues a new alliance.
We kind of started talking about how we could kind of see each other working with each other.
And as the endgame nears, everyone works to set themselves up to sit at the final tribal council.
I am so close to the end at this point. I can taste that finale